Morning, everybody. So I hope everybody's doing great. If you like this video, hit subscribe, like, and share, and comment, guys. So as we know, the Supreme Court has ruled against the Chevron deference. And what does that mean for trucking? And in my opinion, nothing. Because these alphabet agencies are going to continue to do what they want to do anyways. And until somebody really puts a stop to it, nothing's going to change. We can't get rid of our ELDs. We can't get rid of our DEF systems. You know, they're going to do what they want. The federal court, the Supreme Court ruled against the EPA in a lawsuit against, I think it was West Virginia. What did EPA do? They went out and still fined people hundreds of thousands of dollars and jailed people that were deleting trucks, levying fines against Dodge. So nothing's going to change. And until I see something on paper saying that we can get rid of our ELDs and our emissions, I mean, I would not personally just throw your ELD out the window and say, fine me, because they will, and they'll put you out of service. And they'll shut your business down because they don't care. They don't care what the courts say. These alphabet agencies, the DOT, the FMCSA, EPA, they really don't give a damn what the courts say. They're going to do what they want to do because they have an agenda, and their agenda is to keep us under wraps, under their little thumbs, so that they can control us like little, you know, chess pieces. And so I honestly would not suggest you to throw your ELD out the window and delete your truck, because they will put you out of business. They will fine you and they will take you to jail. I don't care what the Supreme Court says, because these alphabet agencies, they don't care. They're going to do what they want to do, and no matter what the court says. Now, what they did was, by overturning this, is they basically put it in the court's hands. So you can figure these alphabet agencies know what liberal courts to take these lawsuits to, and that will rule in their favor. So, like I said, I would not personally throw my ELD out the window and delete my equipment. I mean, there's no way. This truck was deleted when I bought it, but as for ELD, I hate it. I don't like running with it. I think it makes it more dangerous out here. You said, well, how's that? Well, because now you're chasing a second clock, where if you're on paper, you can kind of, you know, fidget little things to get you to a safe place, and you're not just rushing, you know, this 10-second, you know, the second by second by second by second clock. So if you look at the history, accidents have gone up since the ELD implementation. A lot of it has to do with hours of service. Okay, so what do I mean by that? Well, before 2000, I think it was 2004, if you got tired, you could just pull over, your clock stopped. Well, now, the only way your clock stops is if you take at least 2 hours off, or you take 3 hours off. So you can do the 8-2 split or the 7-3 split. That's the only way your clock stops. Well, before, we was under a 10-hour drive, 8-hour break. So if I drove 4 hours and I stopped for an hour, well, I still had, you know, 6 hours I could drive within that 24-hour period. So I could drive 5, sleep 5, drive 5, and I still have my 10-hour, well, it ended up being 10-hour breaks, but I could drive, you know, 4, take off 4, drive 4, take off 4, drive 4, take off 4, and I would still have my 8-hour breaks, you know, even though it was broken up, I'd still get an 8-hour break in 24 hours. Well, now you can't do that. Plus, now you throw in a 30-minute mandatory break. Okay, so say I'm doing an overnight run to Albuquerque, which I'll be doing Wednesday, tomorrow. If I get tired, I can't just pull over and take a 30-minute nap without it affecting my clock. I can't pull over and take an hour nap without it affecting my clock. So I have to keep pushing. If I get tired, I still have to keep pushing. How safe is that? So they come up with all these rules and regulations. They don't listen to the drivers. They listen to some company or some group of people that keep putting money in their pockets. And they don't listen to the American people. They don't listen to the drivers that's been doing this shit for years and years and years. They have their own agenda and they do what they want. And that's how it is. You do what we say and, you deal with it. Well, it's the same way with this court ruling. They're going to continue to push their agenda and push what they want. And there's nothing we can do about it. Unless we come together as a collective group of people and say we're done with this crap. We're going to shut our trucks down. We're going to shut this country down, and good luck. But nobody's going to do that. You think these mega carriers are going to shut down their trucks for 2, 3, 4, 5 days? No. Do you think a majority of us owner-operators are going to do that? No, because we got bills. We have overextended ourselves in debt so that now we have to keep running. We have to take these low rates. We have to just keep rolling. Now, luckily for me, I'm not head over. I don't have a lot of debt. I got 5 payments left on my truck. I have a trailer payment, which is like $550 a month. Then my insurance. I have no mortgage. My house is paid off. I have no vehicle payments. So, I mean, yeah, it would hurt. But if we came together as a group of people and said, I'm done, I'm taking a week off, I'm taking 3 days off, and we shut this crap down. Okay, so let's just say if every owner operator or small carrier shut down for 3 days, that would be noticed. We don't have to all shut down, mega carriers and the small companies, owner operators. Just us alone haul the majority of the freight in this country. If we all shut down, they would notice. There would be a noticeable, hey, these people are serious. But we're not going to do it. We've never done it. We've never come together. We've never worked together since the 70s. So it's not going to happen. So these agencies are going to continue to do what they do. They don't give a shit about what we have to say. They don't give a shit about what the courts have to say. They're going to do what they want to do because they're the swamp. They're the swamp creatures that Trump and the rest of us know that they are. They do what they want. They're communists, and that's what communists do. They do what they want, and they just want to keep us oppressed. They want to keep us under their thumb so that, we can't ever get ahead. So, you can agree with what I'm saying. I don't care. If you agree, if you disagree, leave a comment. I don't care. But I would not go out and throw my ELD out the window and stick your finger up at the DOT officer and say, hey, well, the Supreme Court ruled in my favor. It ain't gonna fly. I wouldn't go out and delete your truck, and go to California because they're gonna find you and they're gonna shut you down and you'll have to get a tow truck and tow you back out of California. So I personally wouldn't do that, but I mean, each of your own. If you want to, go right ahead. We'll see how that turns out. And maybe that's what it'll take, is some people to say, man, no more ELDs. And then we could file a class action lawsuit. So we'll see. But honestly, until more of this comes out and, there is a lawsuit, I would keep your ELD in place. And I'm not an emissions fan. These motors have, all this emission crap has done has shortened the life of these engines. and there's nothing but continuous problems with these emission trucks, whether it's a pickup or a semi truck. This emissions is garbage. How can you take pee, basically urine, run it through a system and say, oh yeah, well, that's cleaning the environment? How stupid you gotta be? You know, none of it makes any sense. They put it in a plastic jug, which, you know, has to be manufactured. They put it in a cardboard box, which has to be manufactured. But it's supposed to save the earth? Come on. It's a scam. It's a gimmick, and I think a lot of it is to push us smaller carriers out of business, to bankrupt us and push us out of business, because I don't think it has anything to do with saving the environment. How can the United States enact all these rules and regulations when it comes to the environment, but China, India, and all these other countries, they don't care? They're probably pushing out even more pollutants. So you can't, one side of the earth can't mandate all this emissions crap, while the other side of the earth don't give a damn. So, you know, that's my take on it. We'll see what happens. I hope it does get, you know, to the point where we can throw these ELDs out the window, because I don't like them. You know, I would like to honestly see a change in the hour of service. Get rid of the 30-minute break. I take a break when I stop. I get fuel. You know, I get coffee. I go to the bathroom. You know, I don't need a mandatory 30-minute break. But, you know, until I see something on paper, I'm keeping my ELD attached, and you know, hopefully things will change. Hopefully, you know, OIDA or somebody will, you know, bring up a class action lawsuit against the EPA and the FMCSA when it comes to the hours of service, the ELD mandates, and the emissions. But guys, if you don't mind, hit the like button, subscribe, comment, and we can debate it. We can figure it out. You know, that's what this is all about. That's just my take on it. I wouldn't, you know, I wouldn't just throw it out the window and say, well, the Supreme Court, blah 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 blah, because honestly, they don't care. If you actually think DOT cares, or FMCSA cares, or the EPA cares what the court says, you're mistaken, because they don't. They're going to do what they want to do anyway. So guys, hit that like button, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video.